they willingly sent me dead fish. Who does that? Buying fish on eBay. Should you do it? Shouldn't you do it? Is it safe? How do you know if you're going to get scammed? That is why I'm going to give you common mistakes and things to look out for if you have to go to eBay to purchase your fish. So let me know, have you ever bought fish from eBay before? How'd it go? Let me know in the comments down below. The first and probably best piece of advice I can give you is check the seller's reputation. Check the comments from people that have placed orders from these. Now, when you go to eBay, it's going to show you all the orders and reviews that this person has ever gotten. You're gonna wanna go to the sort feature and change that to the last 6 months, or whatever the lowest amount eBay will let you do it to, whatever time you're watching this. So sorting it to the last 6 months is going to show you if it's a current seller, if they're always selling fish, or if somebody bought the account and started selling fish, because a lot of people don't know this. People will sell their eBay accounts, obviously on eBay, and then they will take up with that reputation. So if you buy an account that has 5 out of 5 stars from everybody, you can then buy that account and you're gonna have a great reputation, but the reviews can be all over the place. This happens in things so much more beyond fish keeping. So biggest piece of advice is going to be check those reviews, sort by the closest date you can, whether it be 6 months, 3 months, even a week sometimes. See how active that person is and if they're constantly selling fish and they're getting those reviews in. You could also have it that it's a new person, someone just starting out selling fish. So they might not have the reviews built in and there might not be a lot of them. You could always message them and say, hey, how long have you been keeping fish? And see if they're willing to have a conversation. But yeah, step one, check the reviews and the reputation of the person you're buying these fish from. It's going to save you in the long run. Second piece of advice, read the descriptions all the way through before you even place your order. A lot of times there'll be a fine print at the bottom. Check the DOA policy. It has to be within a certain amount of time from when that fish was purchased and put in your tank. Number 3 for tips is check the shipping costs and the way that they ship their fish. Are they shipping things next day UPS? Are they shipping things 2 to 3 day priority? Are they using express mail, which is kind of like pony mail? Ask them questions if you don't understand their shipping policy. I will tell you this, the best places are going to be ones that give you live guarantee within best I've seen is 4 hours of a fish arriving. As long as you take a picture of that fish in the bag, if it's dead, you usually are going to get your money back. Number 4 is kind of an eBay thing. Check the return policy. This also goes in hand with the DOA policy. If they have a return policy, if they don't accept returns at all, that can be a little leery because some pet stores give you, if the fish dies within 48 hours, put it in your tank, you can get another one. A lot of times with eBay, people will do that too. You just have to eat the shipping costs sometimes on that. So check the return policy. Also read eBay's buyer protection policy as well. Take screenshots of everything you do with these fish, document them from the time you place your order and your initial contact with that seller to the time that fish gets to you and you put it in your tank. The more documentation you have on hand, the more equipped you'll be when you go to eBay and you get the power to say, this is what happened. They came in dead. They're refusing to refund me, even though their policy says X, Y, and Z. So document everything and be aware of that buyer protection that eBay has built in naturally to their system. Going along with shipping, I'm also going to suggest you, if you're in whatever country you're ordering these fish from, check that the shipper is from your country and ships to your country. A lot of the times, us in the United States and around the country, we can be looking at guppies or betta fish particularly. A lot of the time they're coming from Thailand or Indonesia, places that are around the globe from us. They're not right around the corner, like if you're ordering fish from Canada. So be aware of where those fish come from and if they use something called a transshipper. The first time I ordered fish from eBay, I was ordering these beautiful guppy fish. I was going to be a guppy breeder and make all this money selling guppies. Didn't turn out so well. I ordered fish that happened to be from Thailand. I didn't notice this until after the fact. So they contacted me. They gave me a few states to choose from on the Eastern Seaboard. Closest one to me, unfortunately, was Florida, whatever. So I paid to have the fish shipped from Thailand to Florida. Then the person in Florida is supposed to repackage the fish, put them in fresh water, and overnight them to wherever you are. That part of the process went fine. The part of the process that didn't go fine was when 2 out of my 4 fish showed up dead, and I had to fight through PayPal and eBay and the seller to get my money back because they willingly sent me dead fish. Who does that? And the last tip I'm going to give you for buying fish on eBay is make sure you're checking to make sure the offer is not too good to be true. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a little along the lines of a scam, and you want to be watching out for that. So if you're reading something, and like with my guppies, they threw every name you could possibly think of to describe these guppies. They were described as purple, blue, mosaic, Moscow guppies. That's a lot of different things thrown in there, and it's two different, completely different kinds of guppies. Read the description thoroughly. Make sure what you're buying is what you want. Reach out to the seller. If someone's not willing to discuss it with you, they're too good to be true. If you really are passionate about fish and you want to sell your fish to people, they need to be willing to reach and respond to people. You don't want someone that's just going to throw a fish in a bag and ship it. I had a fish come through eBay one time. They just put this poor betta fish in a Ziploc baggie and threw it in a brown paper bag and shipped it to me. Now it's a betta fish, so it did survive. But does that sound like how you want to get your fish? No, nobody wants to get a fish that way. I'm not saying eBay is bad. If you've been on different sites that you can buy fish online, like Aquabid, or other sites where people have personal stores and are all grouped together, a lot of those people will also sell on eBay. So for instance, if you Google like a redneck cichlid for sale, you're gonna find 3 different links, but those first 3 links are probably the same seller. I was looking at them, and it's the same seller on GetGills that it is on eBay and Aquabid. So be mindful of people's names too, because just because they're selling on eBay doesn't mean they're not reputable. They could just have reviews on other websites that aren't eBay. So sometimes you have to do a little extra research and find if they're actually a reputable seller outside of eBay too. Some tips and tricks to help you get better at buying fish on eBay and knowing what to look out for. These can also apply to buying fish online as well. Thank you again for all the support. Please remember to finscribe if you're not already. Keep the conversation flowing in those comments down below, and I will catch you in the next one.